to go back with another video, man. And I just want to say shout out to y'all boys, man. We have made it to 500 subscribers. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. So I appreciate this love, the support y'all been showing on the videos. If you comment on my channel, you know I comment to everybody. I always respond back to everybody. So I appreciate y'all messing with me enough to get me over 500 subs. Now, we got to talk though, because I know I'm over 500 subs. I'm grateful. But that last video got 2,000 views. So it's 500 of y'all, 1,500 of y'all who don't really mess with me. So please, please, please sub up on the channel, like the video. You're going to watch it anyway. You might as well sub up. So before I get into the build, you know what we got to do. We got to take a moment of silence for you to get yourself together and sub up. So go ahead. You know, I'm going to give you your music. Do, 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 do. Nah, but in all seriousness, man, the channel's been going great. We've been turning up, man. I've been giving y'all these weird random builds, and you know, we've been able to communicate in the comment section about like what's good, what's bad, and that's what it's about, man. It's about putting stuff together, seeing if it worked. If it don't work, letting the community know, because everybody can't make the same build every time you play Dynasty mode. So now that we have gotten the business out of the way, let's have some fun. So the build today, it's another Master Motivator build, but I call it the Old Geezer build because not only did I do Delay Sunday and I did Senior Superlative, but the whole point of this build is to get as much XP as possible, but also to keep your players until their senior year. So I did roster retention this time. And so I did best advice, family atmosphere, and let's run it back. So pretty much, I will say for program builder, roster retention works a lot better. Delay Sunday, do not waste your coins on that build. The Delay Sunday does not work. I've had multiple first round picks and they still leave. The persuasion is always low or none. So do not use Delay Sunday unless you're going to add Delay Sunday with the high integrity. Now, if you do high integrity, you may have higher persuasion rates, and that's something I also need to try. But as far as roster retention, very good. I don't have transfers in this team. Best advice, I always get my players back if they're not going first round. So if you need something to bring your team and keep them together, roster retention. And like I said, Old Geezer means I'm just trying to get the whole team to be seniors every time I play. So of course I did Master Motivator, literally everything on Master Motivator this time. And then on defense, I did increase all XP gains for receivers, quarterbacks, and D-line, because that's all that matters. On the offensive side, we boosted everything. Went crazy on Master Motivator. On Architect, we went crazy on defense. So now we get an XP for 3-game win streaks, all that good stuff. And also in-game goals. So, you know, we turned up on the XP. And then, of course, you just got to use Scheme Guru just to unlock all the other stuff. I didn't really use it, so it doesn't matter. But, yeah, so really we were just testing how many people we get to stay, things of that nature. So I'm going to show you the roster. This is currently the roster right now. So as you can see, I got a bunch of freshmen and sophomores, you know, so it's actually a perfect time to test this theory out on the team. Recruiting has been good to me. So we ain't the greatest team in the world, but, you know, we're decent. So we'll probably move some free safeties to cornerback and call it a day. But let's see players leaving. So, bam. As you can see, everybody who's a senior getting drafted, but guess what? Because he's a junior, because he's not going first round, guess what? Look at that persuasion, high. And that's because of roster retention. Now, if it was said first, I would have been cooked. But because it said second to seventh, we're good to go. And as you can see, no transfers, nobody wants to leave. It's all just seniors. So, you know, this is what you need in order to make your team stay longer. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you can use roster retention if you got a recruiter build. You know, you got all the recruits and you don't want them to leave. You can do it that way too. So I'm going to put on auto recruiter just for these next couple seasons. We just got to pray that the computer holds me down. They probably won't, but it's all good. I just want to get this video and just show y'all the roster. So what we're going to do to like kind of showcase everything is we're going to force win a season, a season, just so they can get the max amount of stats, max amount of XP. Hopefully somebody win Heisman or something. We're trying to get them the max ability to do something so that when we get to the season, we can figure out, okay, who's going to commit, who's not going to commit, who's going to leave. So that's how we're going to test this. So position changes. Let me just get the roster together real quick because, like I said, I just want to make sure that we have enough at every position. So we're just going to send some of these guys to cornerback. Yes, Sirski, we're going to send you to cornerback. Yeah, we're just going to send some of these seniors to corner. Whoa, you suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. So we're going to keep you there. Can we change Rhodes? Can Rhodes be a cornerback? No one likes to be cornerback. All right, so free safeties, a little nasty work. But we're going to just do what we do. We're going to put him at strong safety since all of them playing nasty work. We're going to put one more over there. All right, cool. Not Glenn. All right, cool. Anything else? Anything else that looks crazy? So like I said, I got a lot of juniors, seniors, sophomore. It's a good mix of players right now. So like we'll get a good test to see, okay, is anybody gonna leave? So we get to next week. I think that's training results next week. So once we see this, we'll see the boost we get. And then let's see some training results. Let's see what we get. So bam. So now we got a decent team now. Now the boys look like some players. We got our whole offensive line is wow. We have a whole offensive line of 90 players. Wow. Our offensive line is amazing. Defensive line is amazing. Wow. So the trenches are going to be trenching. You know what I'm saying? So our cornerbacks are a little weak right now. But that O-line is crazy. That O-line is crazy. So we're going to keep going through the training results. And like I said, we're just going to get through 2 quick seasons, and I just want to show y'all really the power of having roster retention. Like I said, we have to go undefeated so you can see all the XP, so you can see everything work in tandem. And then what we're going to do is show you that players leaving is really not an issue for us. So, again, we're going to come in here. I just set the board up for the computer because I realized that the computer sucks at recruiting. But if you put the right people up there, you have a better chance of, getting some type of talent on your team. The computer still sucks, but it's better if you just come in here and you do it yourself because, they don't know how to recruit at all. But we're gonna let them, do their thing, and we're going to hope for the best. So we're going to go to the next week. And like I said, all we're going to do is force win every game so I can show you the XP gains, all that stuff. So oh, wow. Look at the computer. Okay. The computer heard me talking junk, so they was like, nah, we got to show them we can recruit. Them might be the last recruits we get at Michigan for the season, so don't believe the hype. But like I said, so we're 91 overall team. We're going to force win everything. Just so, like I said, the experiment is to see, can we get people to leave? So, the best way to do that is winning all your games, winning a championship, and being at the top of the thing. So, so we're going to force win everything. We're going to get to week 15, and then we're going to do what we do. So we're simming. So now that we wait, put in the comment section, like things you've tried as far as like the delay Sunday, roster retention. Has it worked for you? Things of that nature. I know, of course, everybody has their preferences, their favorites, their nuts. But, yeah, man, it's about, like I said, it's about having fun. It's about mixing up some stuff because, like I said, every build can be unique in its own way. Like the Master Motivator build from yesterday is not the Master Motivator build today. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting some XP with Motivator with Architect, but then also I'm doing roster retention. So all the XP that I'm gaining, I'm getting it back kind of in the back end because I'm making sure they stay all 4 years. But also talent developer may help as well. You know what I'm saying? With the XP getting faster XP on top of everything else. So, of course, that may be the better option. And if you don't want to waste that many points in roster retention, I get it, too. You may not care that people leave and go to the draft because you got top 5 classes every year. So, depending on how, you're recruiting and things of that nature, it may not be worth it for you. But for those of you who may only get a good recruiting class maybe once out of every couple of seasons, or you're still not that good at recruiting, this is a build where, I call it the old geezer just to be funny. But it's really a build to make sure that you get the most out of your team every time. So if you only got one good recruiting class every 4 years, at least you can try to get them to stay until the end. So Yeah. So obviously we won. Woohoo. Oh my God, we're amazing. So again, we're just trying to get to the season undefeated. Why? Because we need to see we want to be the best team possible to see if these players will leave. So like that's why we're doing this. We want to see if we go 16-0, will they leave? And like I said, you've seen it. I have sophomores that are 93 and overall. I have juniors that are, 90 overall. So I do have the players that, if given the chance, they will leave or they will go other places. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what it's all about, really just showing y'all. And like I told y'all seen that recruiting list. I knew we weren't going to get no more players after the first four, but it was just fun to dream. You know what I'm saying? Because computer recruiting sucks at the end of the day. So as you can see, freshman receiver going crazy. See if we get, okay, so we did get coach of the year. Did we get anything else player related? We got another coach of the year thing. We got, that's not us. That is not us. That was Gabe. So our kicker, Lou Groza, okay, senior kicker. So another senior center. So we got some awards. Punter, wow, our special teams was amazing. Kicker, punter, wow, immaculate special teams. Immaculate special teams. So just for giggles, let's see how bad the recruiting class was. Yep, as bad as I thought it was going to be. We are not even in the top 10. And yeah, so as you can see, don't let the computer recruit for you because you will never get any players. So that's tough. Computer sucks. But anyway, we digress. We keep on pushing because the computer recruiting is the worst on this game. It's just, what are they looking at? When it's Georgia as a computer, they get #1 recruiting classes. But when you make it yourself, you get nobody. So that's how NCAA does you. It's kind of crazy. But again, we're just here to force the dubs because, like I said, we're just trying to get the most potential, most max. Because, like I said, every 3-game win streak, we get XP. So we've had 12 wins. So that's already been 4 times where we got XP increases because of a win streak. So if we get, obviously, the math is mathing in your head. If we get to 15 wins, guess what? That's another 3-game win streak that we'll get another boost for. So we need to make sure we get to 15 in a row at bare minimum, because then that's another 3-game win streak. Now, after we get to 15, after this game, we can just sim the next one, and because it really won't matter after that, because I don't have the XP for the national championship or conference championship, so it really wouldn't matter. But I just wanted to make sure we get the 3-game win streak one. So we got our 3-game win streak. Last game of the season, we can just, championship game, we'll just sim it. Like, who cares? At this point, we got our win streak. We got our XP. It's been a good season. So now we just, we got Cal for the Mon. We'll just sim it, see what happens. Maybe we get lucky and win. Maybe we don't. We lost. It's all good. So, we got through a season. Now we look at the players leaving. So we're back at players leaving. And that's all we really wanted to get to anyway, was players leaving. Yeah, next screen. I think it's the first thing on this. So let's see, did this build work? So we're back here again. So, and this is what I wanted to point out. This is why delay Sunday does not work. So if he was a 2nd-round pick, we would have been able to keep him. But because he went first, we'll not be able to keep him. And that's why I said delay Sunday does not work. Roster retention everywhere else does work. But as you can see, we're not getting any transfers. So every year, we're not losing transfers, but we are not, but no one's leaving. So as you can see, we just went 15-1. No one left. No one even thinks about transferring. No one cares about transferring because of roster retention and the stuff in roster retention. So your players are less likely to transfer. And of course, if somebody had a championship contender, it would be different. Of course, but I'm trying to just make sure we have the best season possible so that you can see actually that no one's leaving or that we can persuade people to come back. So as you can see on the first season, we had a 2nd-round pick. We were able to come back. On the second season, the 1st-round pick, because delay Sunday sucks, didn't come back. So, yeah. So now this year, we're even better. We're at 92. We're a 92 overall team. You know what I'm saying? 93 overall team. So this team is soup this year. So we're going to do the same thing. Like I said, it's all about showing y'all the consistency. So as you can see, Team a little soup this year. They're like, oh my God. But as you can see, it's a bunch of seniors. It's a bunch of seniors. You know what I'm saying? Like every year, no one's leaving. So it's just a bunch of seniors on the team. You know what I'm saying? So the gift and the curse of this build is basically, hey, when you play, you always have your senior class. But if you're not good at recruiting or you're not getting enough talent, it could backfire on you. But like I said, that's why I call it the old geezer build, because like I said, 9 times out of 10, as you can see, we're getting people to stay all 4 years. And that's the whole point of this build, is getting people to stay all 4 years. So, like I said, man, that's probably it. There ain't no need to go through another season because y'all have already seen everything. I gave y'all a season, 2 seasons. So in recap, don't use delay Sunday. Do not use delay Sunday. It does not work. When first round picks, you're probably going to have to invest in high integrity, because that's the only way your persuades are going to have a higher success rate with roster retainer. But in terms of roster retention, long as you're winning games and people are trying to go pro, I guarantee every time they're a second round pick or later, they will always come back to the team. So, so does this build work? Yes, but just make sure you can recruit. As long as you can recruit 1 to 2 good classes every 2 to 4 years, you'll make sure that it's always a never-ending cycle of talent. Because like I said, I'm pretty much keeping my team until the senior year every single time because of this build. This build is allowing everybody to always come in. No one goes pro, and this is me winning games. You know what I'm saying? I'm 15-1, 16-0. Like I'm winning games, and no one still is like, I need to go to the league. Now, like, comment, subscribe on the video. Again, appreciate y'all boys for the support. And remember, if you one of the 2,000 people that's going to view this video and you ain't subbed up, man, sub up. Because you're going to watch the next one anyway. And I got y'all boys. So like, comment, subscribe on the video, like the video. And then when you comment, we going to chop it up about how good this build is. But it's your boy Zig the GOAT. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Appreciate all of the support. I'll holla at y'all.